Welcome back. It's another week of Females Unfiltered show. Kelsey's back.
I'm so excited. I love you all. Thank you for having me back, Chrissy. I'm so excited.
And she's a regular host this season. Yay! She just stunned us last month. I was like, all right, we got to make this a thing.
I mean, I can't not be talking about issues, meeting people. That's like my thing.
I love
That's
that.
why I like to be here with you.
So did you have a favorite thing happen this week?
Gosh. Yes, but we're going to be talking about it a little bit later in the show.
Oh, okay.
I would say, but I will spoil it a little bit.
All right, give us a teaser of your favorite thing.
There's
got a truck. Guys, we're live. Mixology 101.
It's killing it.
It's a bus.
Somebody's on their way.
They're getting places.
So I will say that I did see Joker this week. I did see it. I walked out of the theater. I bought another ticket. I walked right back in. I saw it twice in a row. I had an experience, a spiritual experience watching this film. It has changed me. So we'll talk about it more because Chrissy and I have some interesting opinions that may differ.
Okay, I love this. My favorite thing this week, I have a dual favorite thing.
Tell me.
So my dad gets to town today. He will be here for the weekend.
That makes me happy.
And I'm walking in Quality Fashion Week on Sunday.
She is.
So if you don't have tickets, folks, get some tickets.
We all gotta go.
Let's make it happen.
Let's make it happen. And also, we have a lot to support. There's a lot to support right now, and our goal is to fight together.
I agree.
Make our army bigger.
I agree.
Right?
And we're also going to be on Zit Watch to see if my Zit's gone by Sunday, guys.
We have ideas as to how we'll get rid of it.
I don't know what to do about it right now, so I'm just acknowledging it because it's there and it's there.
I say honesty is the best policy. I think authenticity.
That's what I'm thinking.
Rule that world with authenticity.
Okay, so let's get into some things that happened this week.
Okay.
As you led into the Joker, talk to us about which we've been talking about the last 2 weeks, guys. Right? We talked about the Joker and how he's a hero to the incel community. Mina saw it. She loved. She was all in with the Joker. So let's get how's it been for Kelsey?
I'm gonna give you my perspective.
Okay, let's hear it.
Number one, I'm an actor, and that's what I've always done in most of my life is perform, act, tell stories. If Joaquin does not win the Oscar, I will go ahead and say that I'll probably never watch the Oscars again because that was, the performance. It's impeccable. We're speaking only on his acting and his storytelling.
Okay.
He is able to bring humanity to a character that a lot of the times I think so many people connect it with the comic book character, right? And they connect it with something that is not human. Joaquin Phoenix makes this character undeniably human to the point where you're empathizing regardless of how polarizing the situations may be during the film. There's nothing to say besides to ruin it, and I don't want to. I don't want to have any spoilers. He's extraordinary. Now, the story, I was telling you earlier, I found it to be a very compelling story about mental illness, about trauma, PTSD. I think that where people are, unwilling to participate and have their reservations, and a lot of people have walked out of this film, is because the violence, it's there. There's some scenes that are extraordinarily violent.
Yeah.
I'll argue, not as, it's comparable to that of Scarface, Godfather, any major film that's had extraordinary accolades.
Yeah.
You'll see violence. And Joaquin even said in an interview, and I watched him do several interviews on this character because honestly I wanted to check for his mental health. He seems to be doing fantastically.
Right.
But also, the biggest thing was that he did research. He did not want to take on this role if he felt that it was going to empower those who want to create violence in the world.
Are you sure?
That he didn't want to take on the role
without it empowering those who want to do violence.
He said, and I'm sort of quoting him in a way. He said that through his research, the reason he took the role, inevitably, is because he believes that media is to be held responsible for the majority of why people who are violent offenders choose to make it so public, choose to make it so mass. That was his take.
Okay.
I think that why he took the role was probably why any actor would take it.
I mean, it's a great fucking role.
It's great. It's fucking insane and amazing. However, his thing was, there was a concern there. He didn't initially like the role. He read the role and he was like, that's a lot. He then read it again from the perspective of trauma, PTSD, empathy for Arthur. Not Joker, Arthur.
Yes.
They're actually two different people.
Right.
So I take it as I get the other standpoint. I want to hear your opinion. His acting is incredible, point blank.
I mean, like Kelsey, I am well as an actress, and I haven't seen it. Let's put this out there. Have not seen it. I do want to see it in a way for the acting purely. But I am struggling a little bit with, because I did read an interview where they flat out asked him, aren't you concerned that you guys are glorifying people doing violence who have been through hard times? And he didn't even have an answer because he hadn't really thought about that.
He says it, and so does, I believe her name is Zoe, or I don't want to butcher her name, but she's playing the love interest in the film. I think that they have been encouraged not to even answer anything about violence. They don't want to add to the narrative, because I don't think, number one, they're trained to add to the narrative. Actors aren't, they're not psychologists, they're not therapists, they're not law enforcement.
But if we're arguing the other side, just like when terrible acts happen within the white supremacist community and Trump chooses not to say anything negative against them, then in a way those who are in the white supremacist community are like, well, his lack of words is actually support, and that's the only way he can show without people coming back on him. So to me, if they're not even going to address it,
a very good point.
Then I'm like,
also,
okay, you're just denying something that's a factor.
My personal opinion, our president doesn't have the wherewithal to be
no,
able to
he's a piece of shit.
Either, but I would say you're totally right. If I were in their shoes, I would be coming with a really strong standpoint. I don't know why they didn't.
I think it's their responsibility too.
And I think that
and the fact that the incel community, it's proven he is a hero to them. And when there was a shooting when The Dark Knight Rises, it was from someone from the incel community who cited it in his manifesto and in his hate towards women. So that's where I'm kind of like, I can't wholeheartedly go in there, pay money, go to a theater, especially if they're not even going to address the issue.
I think that's a really good point. And I guess my hope is that eventually there's enough pressure put on them to make a statement. Like, I would love to have them come out in support of my perspective, which was I saw it from the vein
right, and like I said,
and if they were to come forward and say, no, I don't want to be an idol for them, that is not okay. Let's be clear, point blank, this is about somebody who's sick, who needed help, and society wasn't there for them.
Right.
Like, if we were to be clear about that message, that would be one thing.
Also, I would love, like, does the film at the end do anything, like, about mental health hotline, suicide awareness hotline? Like, if they did any of those, that would be awesome, too.
That would be, and honestly, I mean, I really hope that any filmmaker from this point forward does that. I think any filmmaker from this point forward needs to put a trigger warning in front of a film.
Right.
And point blank, that needs to happen. And then I agree. I think that, not to ruin the film, I'm not going to ruin it, that at the ending, it is really, it spins it. It spins your brain. You're really, you have to, I mean, you don't have to see it.
Would you say you came away from it, if you're just like, regular Joe walking in there, would you come away from it going, oh, this illuminates those in our society who were terrible to and people don't reach out a hand to them and look what can happen? Or is that not what you come away with?
I guess from a personal perspective, what I walked away with it was, if I hadn't, I struggle with my own mental illness, and I'm fine to talk about that openly. And I have PTSD and trauma from my past, and I think that what it felt like was, if I hadn't been cared for the way I was in my life, who's to say that wouldn't have been me? You know, and I think that it shines a light on society's lack of ability to care for those that are sick and in need. But in all fairness, I would argue that the majority of this world is in need. There's a lot of people that are in need. And, there's so much to say on this issue, but really, what I walked away with it was, I felt seen in my own trauma and mental illness. However, I also walked away grateful that I wasn't in his shoes.
Yeah.
And and I also walked away knowing that there's a lot of people that would need my help. Like,
Right.
I need to be aware of the thing I need to do for society, which is be aware, be compassionate, and act with a proactive heart.
Yeah.
That's what I took away from it. Not everyone is going to take that away.
No, true.
That's
True.
just my personal perspective.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. And then where the truck is Sydney, because he's supposed to help us with dating advice, and he's not here yet. And if we have to skip you, Sydney, we have to skip you because we have a strict schedule to keep on.
I mean, and relationship advice, there's a lot to talk about here.
I mean, real quick though, Halloween's coming. We're just gonna shout out some Halloween costumes, guys. Are you dressing this year?
Heck yes, I am totally. Oh,
See,
I'm
sadly,
so
I won't be in America for Halloween.
Oh,
I know, but what are you dressing as?
A whoopee cushion.
Okay, look how fun you are.
I'm gonna be a whoopee cushion, and there's gonna be a surprise on the back. So like a whoopee cushion that like farted and then it didn't go well. That's my costume, because I am really not the type of person to dress sexy, because I more lean on the side of hilarity and comedy.
Okay.
And so whoopee cushion with a fart stain, a shart stain.
I absolutely love that. Guys, if you're into a very unique costume, such as our dear friend Kelsey here, we also have, who didn't love White Claw? Did you get on the White Claw train?
There's no law when there's the claw.
Okay, White Claw
That's
was
the
fucking
truth.
amazing. It's like my new favorite alcoholic seltzer. I didn't even know that was a thing until it became a thing.
It's a thing. Be careful though. Drink responsibly.
Right? And apparently, sales grew 283% this year,
They
which
ran
is
out.
they ran out.
They ran out.
So of course, sexy costume manufacturer Yandy's like, let's make a White Claw costume.
It's literally panties and a shirt, but
It is, and it says White Claw.
I'm down.
Don't forget the little colored string around the middle, connotating
yeah.
what flavor you are.
What the heck?
I
y'all?
mean, if I was here, I think I might be a White Claw this year.
I'm definitely I'm a black cherry. I'm a black
You're-
cherry
you,
White Claw.
you are a black cherry. Also, this is something up your alley. Area 51, aliens, that was a
Okay,
big thing this year.
so-
Storm Area 51.
And even my husband worked on a project to promote Area 51,
Okay.
hilariously enough. And so that's funny. I was ahead of my time back in 2014.
Uh-huh.
I dressed in a green onesie alien outfit, walked around totally green in that like stretchy
Yeah.
whatever material.
Yeah, I love that.
I'm obsessed with aliens.
So we got a lot of alien costumes this year, guys. And then last but not least, who doesn't want to be Mr. Rogers?
But it's like a little offensive because Mr. Rogers is so cute and that girl is so sexual that I'm like, I'm questioning my sexuality, number one.
It
Number
was
two,
weird. It was weird.
I mean, she's gorgeous in the photo, let's be clear. However, Mr. Rogers is the sweetest little pumpkin pie.
I know.
It's like having a White Claw and a pumpkin pie, and they're not comparable.
It's called, what is it called? The nicest neighbor costume.
And she's like, she's
Of
so
course, it's
cute.
hot pants, guys, and a very fitted crop top.
But you know,
You got to tie, though. You got to tie.
hashtag feminism, I love cleavage.
Yo,
love
I don't give a
naked
fuck.
Bodies.
Do
I
it.
am
Show
so
it.
down. Like, show your bodies, be proud, and then you can't touch.
That's
the
right.
Females
That's
Unfiltered
right.
hashtag.
Okay, guys, we're going to take a quick break. If Sydney doesn't show up in the next 35 seconds, he ain't coming on today. Sorry, Sydney. Hope you didn't drive all the way here. And then we are going to get set up with Cori. We'll be back in a second, guys. Hi, guys. We're back. Cori's in the house. Welcome, Cori.
Woo, thank you for having me.
Okay, so guys, I don't know. Sydney's late. I'm sorry. He might call me a bitch, but like, I got shit we gotta do. I'm sorry. We gotta. People have a short time span. We gotta keep it
Continues
rolling.
on. The show must go on.
By the way, we were just talking about ghosting. Cori, what's your opinion on ghosting?
Tell us real quick.
All
Let's
I can
hear
say is if the relationship is work, it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
So it's not your workout. We're going to talk about workouts, fun stuff. But if the relationship is your workout, don't do it.
Yeah.
Well, I agree with that, but what about in the beginning stages of dating? Does anybody have any rules about that? You haven't put a title on it. You're just hanging out on the regular basis.
You know, I think it's one of these things that, like, when I look at relationships and I talk to my clients even sometimes about them, because I'm part therapist, I think, sometimes in sessions, you know.
That's so true.
Yeah.
I feel like
No, it is. I think one of the things is knowing yourself, right?
Right.
What's important to you. So if a guy starts to act weird, he's not worth it. He might
Yes.
be amazing as a person,
Right.
but he's not right for you if he's not
Right.
acting the way you want.
And what I think
So if
is-
he's going to ghost, I feel like there's sometimes like signals, and it's just knowing yourself and what you want and being like, I'm okay with sort of bailing out of this one.
Yeah.
What I think you probably teach your clients is self-worth. In the midst of learning how to become stronger, both mentally, physically, and emotionally, you're learning about nutrition, what's right for your body. In turn, you're actually giving them intuition to be able to teach themselves
Yeah.
how to handle something where a creepy guy is not actually following through.
We're redefining what strong means to you, and that's really what my whole message was.
Yeah.
That's why I came up with the name Redefining Strength. And I think that applies to every aspect. It's knowing your physical strength, it's knowing your mental strength, it's being okay with who you are and accepting all the little flaws that come with it, and knowing that if you can't find somebody who sort of loves you for those, they're not worth it.
So I have some tough questions. I'm going to get in there with you.
All right.
So I have been in fitness my whole life. You know, I still work at a fitness club, free membership. I'm sorry, I just can't give it up. I cannot do it. I mean, I was with a trainer for 12 years. I was with a trainer, you know, I'm surrounded by him, in and out. So how is your program, what you're giving to people, what they're paying for, how is it different than, you know, Jillian Michaels, everyone else and their mom who's out there talking about it?
You know, I think the great thing is that there's so many options, right? And really what it comes down to is finding somebody that speaks to you in a way that you want. And so my focus isn't just on handing out movements. There's lots of great moves.
Right.
I give lots of stuff
Right.
away for free. What I'm trying to do, though, is teach people to train smarter. So that's what I'm offering people is the education behind the movement so that they can actually train themselves.
Right.
I'm not a rep counter, okay? I'm not just going to give you workouts. I want you to be able to feel empowered to take fitness into your own hands and really find your own path.
Yeah.
So that's what sets it apart. My programs aren't just workouts, they're all the education behind.
Can you go a little bit further into working smarter? Because I used to be a person that worked out 2.5 hours a day, 6 days a week. I was eating a regimented diet, and I still wasn't seeing the results that I wanted. And I've had a lot of friends say, actually, you can get it done in 3 workouts a week. You can get it done in a shorter amount of time. So tell me how one can save their time and their energy and probably their money by doing your program.
It's really funny that you mentioned that because I actually sent out a newsletter to my group this morning that was like, you only have 5 minutes, you can get it done in 5 minutes. I literally gave them a workout that was 4.5 minutes. It's just about using the time that you have wisely. So often we think about our goals and we think about ideally what we'd like to do for our workouts. We'd like to spend 2 hours in the gym maybe even. And the thing is our goals and what we'd like to do aren't always in line. So sometimes what it is it's taking our goals and thinking about what's realistic for us and then making them work together. So training smarter is about taking the time that you have and using it efficiently. So if you don't have a lot of time, you're not going to want to go do bicep curls an isolation movements. You're going to want to do hybrid movements. You're going to want to do compound movements. So I'm going to tell people how to do that. I'm going to tell them the workout designs they can use to do that well. And then it's also thinking about, okay, if this is my ultimate goal and harder isn't always better, maybe cutting calories lower isn't always better, I'm going to say, okay, this is my goal. How can I get there? And what can I do to make sure that I'm getting the results I want? So you're going to track. That's a simple answer. When people say they aren't getting results, you're not tracking what you're doing probably, you're just throwing things together to make it harder. So you need to think, okay, I was doing the 2 hour workouts or you were doing the 2 hour workouts, I'm, dialing in my nutrition, I think everything's good. What really were you doing? Were you logging your stuff? And probably there were some things that you could have tweaked that would be more in line with your goals. So I would tell you, track if you aren't, and then use the time you have efficiently.
And one thing that you mentioned, which I think is great, a lot of people who have gone from just, being a personal trainer to making it more into like a brand, you, like you said, you give your stuff away for free, a lot of it, there are programs that you can pay for, absolutely, but if you follow you on Instagram, you've got workouts almost every day that if you are one of those people who just don't know what the fuck to do, you can just head to your Instagram and you've got a breakdown. And you also, which I think is great, a lot of your stuff is you're in your house. You're maybe like you're in a hotel because you're on a business trip. It doesn't have to be in the gym.
Yep. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, all of it is like workouts you can do anywhere for a variety of needs, a variety of goals. And the thing is if you want to turn your personal training business into a brand, you need to give value. You need to actually genuinely want to help people. Because the thing is you can't just be after money. If you're after money, you're in the wrong industry because you're going to deal with a lot of fun and weird people. You're going to be working weird hours sometimes. And I mean, just building anything, you're going to be spending a lot of time doing hopefully what you love. So I would tell people if you want to turn your personal training business into a brand, give away as much stuff as you can for free. Connect with people, genuinely want to help people. Reach people where they're at too. Tell people if they're traveling, hey, you can get it done. If you've never done anything before, hey, take these first little steps just to get moving forward.
And as a coach, how do you encourage people who feel like this, I just can't possibly get started. I don't have the money for a membership. Obviously, we talked about being able to do it at home. I did some of her workouts in my living room this morning, and it's so simple. It's so easy to just get down on the floor, do it for 15 seconds, break, 15 seconds, break. It's nothing, but it's something in the brain. How do you get through to a client who's just like, I cannot motivate myself?
The thing is we have these lofty goals, right? You say, I want to maybe do 2 hours. 6 days a week in the gym, and that's just not realistic a lot of times. So I always tell clients, do something you can easily maintain and something that almost seems ridiculously easy. So like, say 5 minutes, 3 days a week. That seems ridiculously easy. Yeah. And it might not be so easy at the beginning because you have to set aside that time, but that's probably more realistic than the hour in the gym, the 2 hours in the gym. So if you do that and you get the momentum going and you set yourself up for the routine, the habit, in the end, you're going to end up spending an hour, and you're going to maybe grow to those 6 days a week. But I would say set something that's so ridiculously easy that you can easily do it this week. You can do it today. And from there, you can always build on it.
And I'd also say realistic. Like, I'm one of those people, if I'm not going to work out at home, I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to be distracted. I got shit I got to do when I'm at home. I have to get out of my house. I have to be in a gym. But I have a friend who she can do it at home. Great. That's awesome. I just can't.
Yep.
So know yourself. Like, what are you actually really going to do?
One size doesn't fit all. So I think sort of taking a look at what works for us and even like testing out different things is super key. And knowing that, hey, our friend, as you said, what worked for them might not work for us. But if we do track what we're doing, if we set our like sights on realistic goals, it can be really valuable.
So you kind of touched on it with what we were talking about 5 minutes ago. A lot of trainers that I know, they always want to like, how can they get to that next level? And that's, most want to open their own gym, most want to become like a social media star, et cetera, et cetera. What for you was it where you started to branch out of just, you know, being a regular personal trainer that you'd go see at your gym into kind of being more of a fitness brand?
So I grew my in-person training business, and I actually opened my gym off of that because I got to the point where I was like, I have a lot of clients, I want to do things my way, so I'm going to open up my gym. I now have like 8 different women working for me, which is an amazing
that's
experience.
fantastic. Yeah,
so it's really fun. And I'm trying to help them grow as well and mentoring trainers through the process. But it's sort of thinking about, okay, I have this business, how can I supply more value? So when I first started writing my blogs and putting videos up on YouTube, it was more about supplying value for my current clients than it was about reaching new people.
Okay.
And by putting up that valuable content based around my clients' needs and the questions they were asking, I then started to build an online audience. And now I have people around the world, and we went to England this past summer and Ireland and everything. So we went there and we did workshops there because it had grown to a global community just by putting these things out there that were answering the questions that my clients had. I mean, I even developed my 30-day pull-up challenge based on wanting to run it at the gym.
I love it.
So it's like one of those things that based on helping my clients at the gym and putting out valuable content, it just sort of grew. So I tell them, focus on who you want to help and just supply valuable content, supply valuable videos, and then you'll grow from there.
So I got to give you a pat on the back. So I'm a rock climber, and I saw that you can straight up do a pegboard. That shit is no joke. So way to go, way to go.
Well, thank you, thank you.
Have you ever rock climbed? Because you'd be good at it.
You definitely have the back. I've seen YouTube videos of you, and your traps are insane.
Well, thank you. I actually don't really. I've gone a couple times. My sister is super into it, and she actually travels around the world. She lives in a van and goes everywhere to rock climb.
Oh, she's a dirtbag.
Yeah,
Hey, go sis. Okay.
So she'll be happy about that. A little shout out, Drew. But we do all of the American Ninja Warrior stuff at the gym. So we do the pegboard, we do monkey bars, we have the revolving monkey bar, the infinite monkey bar.
Oh, that's awesome.
And we have the rope climb as well.
So how many times have you tried out for American Ninja Warrior?
Never. I have
What?
not done it. I
That
have
has to
not.
happen.
You know, I'm very honored and flattered when people tell me that, but I also realize the big difference there is between me and the people that are doing that. And while I love all my training, my focus is on being a coach, and I want to train for being a coach.
It's honest and authentic. We're going back to authenticity, and that's the truth.
But if people want to train for American Ninja Warrior, would you be a good one to like really get them fine-tuned for it?
Yep. We actually have an obstacle course that we do every Saturday because a lot of clients are training for different Spartans and mud runs and everything. So.
Plus, people are tired of like the regular workout. You know, people want a workout like that. That's kind of interesting and fun, and you don't even know that you're working out.
It's crazy too because a lot of us didn't do monkey bars after the age of 5.
Right.
And so we get on there and people are hanging from the monkey bars.
That shit is hard now.
And it's scary and it takes us out of our comfort zone and it does develop the mental strength as well as the physical. Plus, like, let's face it, anytime you can do something you couldn't do before, you feel a little bit more confident. Yeah.
Yes. How can we legitimately find out about that thing on Saturday? Because I have been looking for something very interesting and diverse to change up my workout plan. Is there a way to find out about how to join not only your
like,
gym
are you open to walk-ins? Could you just come and pay for that workout, or are you more of a membership base?
You can definitely walk in, but you have to message us first because we like to sort of keep our numbers smaller. It's all small group training.
Okay.
But it's at redefiningstrength.com, and my email is Cori, C-O-R-I, at redefiningstrength.com. Just message me. Come on in. We're casual, laid back.
Okay, sister.
I have a quick sort of divergence question about your opinion about this new movement. body positivity, I'm all for it. Actually, it's changing me. It's like a day-to-day process of me accepting my body as it is. And you mentioned earlier, it's about accepting yourself and being yourself and celebrating your own body. How do we still continue to fight the good fight, from your perspective as a coach, about loving our body, loving the body that we have, but still having a healthy mindset of improvement?
I think it's remembering that fitness is about different goals too. Maybe you want to rock climb, maybe you want to chase after your grandkids. I think it's having your sights set on those things when you go into the gym. And I think it's about knowing that you move and feel better when you're also eating well. So I like to separate weight loss from what we're actually doing with our clients at the gym, because weight loss can be a sort of a side effect, so to speak, of doing the right things, if you want to. If you don't want to, if you like where you're at, that's great too. I don't think there's one size fits all in terms of like what we should look like. But I like to tell clients, if you want to come in my gym, you want to focus on doing a pull-up, you want to focus on the rope climb, those are the goals we're going to help you get towards, and whatever other sort of physical aesthetic goals you have will occur because of all the hard work you're putting in.
Right.
So I think it's remembering that those other goals are really what we're striving for. We want to move better, we want to feel better, we want to live a long quality life.
That's kind of what I was going to say. Like, I'm all for whatever size you want to be. I don't give a fuck.
I want to be 90 and freaking climbing the pegboard.
Like, I don't care, but I just,
I
want you to live like a long, healthy life and not, get a heart attack at the age of 40 like my cousin. So,
It's whatever
It's
will keep
hard.
you healthy and moving.
It's hard living in Los Angeles too. We're surrounded by the ideal. We are living in the land of the ideal body.
Silicon?
That's
The
been
land of silicon.
crafted by a very talented doctor.
Yes.
And what I find fascinating is that the minute my brain gets away from eating disorder brain, which I've had for years, when it gets away from I need to fit into a certain size, and it focuses on strength, it focuses on agility, it focuses on my freedom of mental capacity and physical freedom, I notice my body changes in the way that I want it to.
I think it's also having the internal focus versus comparing. And with social media and all those things, we get very into comparing where we're at, where other people are at. And I always remind clients too that when they see someone else doing something they even want to do, say the client achieved 2 pull-ups and they want to get there, I'm like, hey, they had a journey there too. You have to focus internally to sort of get yourself to do all the right things to move there too.
Absolutely.
So it's focusing on your journey and not getting caught up in what other people are doing.
Well,
Don't
guys,
compare.
if you're interested in this journey situation, Cori's got your back. Tell everyone your social media where they can find, follow, and support you.
So I'm at Redefining Strength on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, everywhere. Redefiningstrength.com too if you want to check out some great articles, some more workouts.
Yeah.
We love it, guys. We're going to take a really quick break. We're going to all set up for Kapali Long. He is singing us out today, and we'll see everyone in just a jiff. We'll be right back. Hi, guys. We're back. Kapali's in the house. Welcome.
Aloha. Thank you.
How
Blessed
you
to be
doing
here.
today?
I'm well. Traffic wasn't too bad.
Okay,
So,
okay.
counting my blessings right now.
Yep, loving that.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
It's good to be here.
Kapali is a singer-songwriter,
Yes.
and we should also say like a multi-instrument man.
Yep. I play like,
Let me hear it all. Let me hear him. It's a shitload.
oh man, it's a lot. At least like bass, piano, guitar.
Oh my
my mom
God.
was a bass player, so then
Oh,
ukulele.
that's mom.
Yeah, drums.
Harmonica.
Harmonica, mandolin, banjo.
And so when did that start? When did the beginning of musical interest start, and
Like-
when did you start really practicing?
I started playing when I was about like 3 to 5 because my grandfather, I grew up in a musical family. I grew up on the piano and playing ukulele. And then my older brother Brad had a broken guitar in the closet with 1 string.
Oh,
and I figured out like 12 songs on that 1 string.
On that 1 string.
And my parents were like, oh, let's get him a guitar.
I would have
So-
loved to hear you play 12 songs on 1
know.
string.
I know, it was.
And honestly, that's how you know somebody is truly passionate about their craft. Is like
Right.
if you are giving your all to 1 string on a guitar.
I mean-
learn
There's a way.
that.
There's a way.
It's a thing.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have to ask you a question. So you're kind of billed as a virtuoso on guitar. Mm-hmm. That is a big title, 1. And 2, like, did you give you that title? Who gave you, where did that come from?
I grew up playing like Hawaiian slack key guitar and singer-songwriter type of stuff, like finger picking to like, but then also I play a lot of blues, like, and then like just a lot of things too. So it's became like, usually there are a lot of guitar players that just focus on one primary genre. As for
Yeah,
me, it
yeah.
felt like I wanted to be playing for as many different artists as possible, from like country, blues, and being from Hawaii, it's always been like reggae.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's everything, you know. So that's kind of where it came from.
Who are your musical inspirers? Who has inspired you to do? I mean, you have an incredible finger work with your guitar. Saw some posts on his Instagram. Check his Instagram out because there are some incredible pieces that you're just seeing blips of. Who inspired you to do this?
I grew up like the acoustic side of it has always been like Bob Dylan and like Gabby Pahinui and Led Ka'apana are some like traditional Hawaiian guitar players. But then also like I sat years ago, I got to sit down with like Taj Mahal, traditional like blues player, and I learned so much from him, as well as Muddy Waters has always been my like main influence. And I think last year I got asked to play guitar for his son, but I'm a music teacher as well, so I chose to stay back and work with my kids. But that was like the closest I'd ever get to Muddy Waters. So I've been at the doors. It's just as long as I have the guitar in my hands, I'm happy. You know?
Yeah, yeah. And you had some stints with The Voice.
Yes.
Okay, the way you say that yes was so loaded.
I was like, where did that come from?
About all of this.
No,
yes.
I was a part of a couple seasons. I was blessed they contacted me. None of it ever really got aired, but I learned so much within those years, within the couple years I was a part of that, and the voice coaches were amazing, and shout out to everybody on the production and from the wardrobe to production. Everybody's really amazing on that team.
That's
So
awesome.
that's why that show is still around. It's just everyone has their thing, and I think for me, I always knew who I was as an artist. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So would you feel, because you hear often, like, and you kind of see, like, with American Idol, for example, it's like people go in with an idea of what they are, and then when they come out, it's like they're trying to push them into the thing that they believe is going to make money.
Yeah.
Did you notice that happening?
For me, I think each person is their own, and
Yeah.
before I even stepped into those doors, I knew who I was as an
Yeah,
artist.
yeah.
So
And they were respectful of who you were.
Yeah.
They weren't trying to be like, no, but this makes more money, so be this artist.
no, they never did that.
Okay.
I mean, it was that's something that I think I blessed up on. That was because I never. If you don't know who you are, that could happen to you.
Absolutely.
But that's anybody that's just they're almost just like a blank piece of clay, and then they come to Hollywood. It's gonna happen.
Right,
You know.
right. Yeah.
The people you're around, I think, kind of start molding you if you don't know who you are.
Right.
With
right.
that being said, what is your advice to somebody just starting out in the musical, in having a music career? What would be your perspective as the best way to start out?
If they're a musician, like they play actual instruments and stuff, it's like, don't get picky on the songs you're playing. I think you have to play as much as possible for any artist, because sometimes the songs that you don't want to play are the songs that get you paid the most too. So it's just, I think it comes down to that. And I also think, don't be stubborn. I think write as much as possible, write every day, because there's 1,000 shitty songs before that one will hit. And the one song that you don't know could be it, you know?
Right,
So
right.
that's my thing. It's
Oh, I
just,
like that. Yeah.
Believe in your craft.
Yeah.
Because if you don't believe, no one else does.
Right. And you have a bunch of shows coming up.
Yes.
Okay, hit us with it.
I'm playing at the Satellite on October 23rd with
Awesome.
my full band. So that's like
That's a
Kapali
thing.
Long
He's got a
solo
full
thing.
band, guys.
And then I'm in this pop punk kind of like post-hardcore band, and we're called Highland, at highland.us on Instagram, and we're at Chain Reaction on November 6th. And then my solo stuff will have another show where my new EP will release on December 20th, and then we're playing at the Troubadour on December 21st.
Exciting.
So it's
That's a lot of
big
music in your life.
I'm so blessed.
It's gonna be
I
so
love that.
I'm
Are
really.
you playing the Hotel Cafe anytime? I know you did.
I've
in
played there
August.
so many. I've played there a lot. And I was gonna do a couple shows there, but we decided to really make the Troubadour show my like EP release show.
That is an incredible venue too.
I'm so excited. I've never played the Troubadour.
It's gonna be really, really fun.
Now this
Come on
EP, are we giving away this EP?
I mean, essentially, if you have Spotify or any streaming
is true, this is
platform,
true.
you automatically
You got
already
it.
have it. You know, but you can buy it. We'll have copies, hopefully. If not, just stream it. And if you have friends in TV, get the songs into a show.
Oh,
Please.
yes, right,
Help me pay
guys?
for my wedding.
That shit is life-changing.
Yeah,
Oh, you're
for real.
getting married?
Yes, I'm engaged.
Congratulations!
Yes.
When's the big
Gosh.
day?
I love you, Lauren.
Oh,
It is
so damn
August
cute.
8th. August 8th,
Okay.
2020.
2020. We got a year.
Gosh.
Yeah.
I
All
should have
right.
asked you some relationship advice too.
Oh,
Gosh.
yeah.
There's a lot.
Man.
And
There's so
where's
much.
this wedding happening at?
Back home in Hawaii.
Oh, it is.
Oh.
Yeah, it's supposed to happen in the backyard of my parents' house.
Aww.
I wanted it to be super special, and my grandparents are still here. I love you, Grammy and Papa. So like they're the main reasons why I wanted to do it back home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Congratulations. That's
Thank
really
you.
Wonderful.
It's a blessing to find someone that loves you as much as you want to love. You know.
It is. I'm not there and may never will be, but congratulations.
You will believe. Believe. You should believe.
Okay, so do you want to tell us anything about what you're about to perform?
That's the thing. It was like I was stuck between two different songs, but you guys were talking about kind of mental health and awareness, and so the song, I guess I'm going to play the song called Anxiety.
Okay.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. So I think it kind of explains itself. I've dealt with it my whole life, and I've found that within running and writing, that's where I can let it all go.
Okay,
So.
love that.
Anxiety, I can't quite breathe. What's wrong with me? I can't control the kind of thoughts that go on up there. They seem to catch all of my faults, but never me. As I fall, this world comes crashing down around me. Just when I thought it was gone, now it's back like a wave or a train on the tracks. Well, I can't save myself from myself. Can someone help? Help? Well, I can't save myself from myself. Can someone help? Help? Someone help. Oh no, I need help, yeah. The overcast of satin skies, as the rain falls down inside these eyes, they tell the truths of wrinkled souls that were never whole. And I watch each step these shelves might break with every move that I make, and they say it's not my fault, but I'm the one that lives with myself. Just when I thought it was gone, now it's back like a wave or a train on the tracks. Well, I can't save myself from myself. Can someone help? Help? Well, I can't save myself from myself. Can someone help? Help? Someone help? Oh no, I need help. Oh Lord, I need help. Well, I can't save myself from myself. Can someone help? Oh no, well, I can't save myself from myself. Can someone help? Help? Someone help? Oh yeah. Someone help? Help? Someone help? Oh Lord, I need help. Oh, I need some help.
Dude.
Yay.
God.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
So that song's been like an old one. I've had it for years, but
Okay, oldie but a goodie.
it became like almost selfish to not sing a song that like every show I'd end up having people, like a line of people talking to me afterwards, and they just wanted to
you
talk about
gotta-
this song.
yeah.
They just wanted to like be like, oh, someone else understands how I feel, like
Right.
the eggshells, and I always say there's like this elephant on your chest, like there's this, you can't breathe right, like
Right.
I mean I have asthma too, so like having my inhaler helps, but like there's just that certain thing of just like, you know, you don't get
Yeah.
that full breath, and I think at least with this song, it helps me breathe, and I hope it helps others, you know?
What's incredible about your storytelling is I know somebody's a good singer-songwriter when I can paint pictures around their song.
Absolutely.
And I'm like thinking about movies and film and television that I want to build around that song. Like, and that's powerful.
Thank you.
It's insanely powerful to have something that cool.
Yeah, the CW, you have countless shows or Lifetime at this
CW and Lifetime would be
let's
lucky to have
go.
this man.
Let's
Oh man,
Yes.
yo, I love Gavin DeGraw. So like
Oh,
that one Tree Hill, if that was around, that would have been perfect.
Thinking that exactly. I was like, I was actually really affected by Gavin DeGraw when I was like 12 years old. I was like, I love him.
Yeah, so you know, there's a song out there. You know, if you got to replace, no,
I'm
there.
gotta progress.
Yeah, that Chariot, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, tell people where they can find, follow, and support you.
Follow me on Instagram and everything else, you know, the social media platforms. I'm re-releasing my whole catalog through Cold Coffee Entertainment, and so all of that should be out soon on Spotify and all
And
the
people,
streaming
if they don't know what your
platforms.
Instagram is,
At Kapali Long, KAPALILONG.
that's
So-
2 A's in the first name, folks.
Yep,
That is
2
2
A's.
A's.
October 23rd, The Satellite, 8:30. November 6th at Chain Reaction with Highland.us at 7. And I'll be at the Troubadour on December 21st for my EP release. See you guys there.
Fucking
Yeah.
fabulous, guys. This has been another week of Females Unfiltered. Let's hope next week I have no zit and no allergies. We're all going to be on the lookout for those 2
Please.
things. We're always live at Mixology 101. We appreciate them. Spa Girl Cocktail, thank you for the alcohol. We appreciate you.
Tastes like watermelon.
Absolutely. Kelsey, thanks for coming in.
It's
this
my
month.
pleasure. I
So
love
happy.
being here. You're my favorite. You literally are like the most badass boss
Aww.
bitch. I love it.
Thanks, girl. And we'll see you all next week. Take care.
Dude.